Hello, today we're going to be talking about OKRs, which stands for Objectives and Key Results. And essentially, OKRs are a management methodology that helps to ensure that employees focus their efforts on the same important issues all throughout the firm. If you've taken one of my previous leadership courses or watched the video on it, OKRs are essentially the organizational level systematic implementation of SMART goals. So we really talked about SMART goals in at the individual level, right? Someone setting SMART goals for themselves, or a boss, a supervisor setting SMART goals for their subordinate. So it's this kind of individual level thing. OKRs is essentially chaining those SMART goals together all throughout the organization, so that everyone has SMART goals that align and get everyone working, doing their part to contribute to the overall goals of the organization. Like SMART goals, OKRs have the same positive benefits. They focus energy on where it is needed most. What are the top priorities? Most senior executives cannot name the top priorities of their organization, and that's senior executives. So imagine as that trickles down the organization, and that's certainly been my experience, that most of the organizations that I've worked at, I don't really know what the top priorities of the organization are, what the main goal we're trying to accomplish is. OKRs are a way of helping everyone to understand what the big goals of the organization are. One of the benefits of that is the focusing of energy, but also the alignment of effort, that you don't have people being redundant and doing the same work. You don't have people working at cross purposes. When everyone understands what the main goals are and what their part in it is, they all start working together to accomplish that. OKRs also serve as a way to track progress towards goals, both amongst individuals and over the organization as a whole. And finally, OKRs encourage employees and organizations to stretch their capacity, their ability, and really to improve performance in a exponential way, not just kind of slow growth, but really stretching themselves to their utmost. There are two parts of objectives and key results. We have the objectives and we have the key results. The objective part of objectives and key results is kind of the long-term goal, the big picture. What are we trying to accomplish? What's our reason for existing? What's our ultimate vision? Key results are, how are we actually going to measure that? Concretely, what are the steps that we're going to take in the short term to achieve that long-term goal? If you've ever heard the joke, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? The objective is the elephant that we're trying to eat, and the key results are the little bites that we're taking every day. And an easy way to remember this difference is to phrase it this way: objectives as measured by key results. So what is this big thing we're trying to accomplish? How are we actually going to measure if we accomplish it? Let's go through some examples. I think they'll help flesh it out a little bit. So one objective I might have is to be healthier. I want to be a healthier person. Can I measure my health? Can I take out a health meter and point it at myself and it's going to tell me I'm a 6 out of 10? No, I can't actually measure my health. So let's look at some key results, some ways that I could measure it. I could eat 6 servings of fruit and vegetables per day. I could run 3 miles in less than 30 minutes. I could sleep at least 7 hours per night. These are the key results. These are the detail-oriented, how do I actually accomplish my objective? And you'll see I kind of did some shorthand versions of the key results here, but those key results fall under the SMART goal framework. So all of these are specific, measurable, ambitious, and time-bound. So the key results are really those SMART goals, and the objectives, if you remember, when we talked about SMART goals, R is for relevant, and to figure out if our goal is relevant, we ask why. What are we trying to accomplish? Why are we doing this? The objective in objectives and key results is really just the answer to that why question. Why am I eating 6 servings of fruit and vegetables? Why am I running? Why am I sleeping at least 7 hours a night? To be healthier. That's the overall goal, the objective, the purpose of everything that we're doing. So really, if you know how to write SMART goals, you know how to write OKRs. Let's do another example. An objective might be to dominate the online market for streaming video. My key results are going to be increase total watch time by 1,000%, increase daily average viewers amongst women in the 19 to 35 age range by 500%, and increase click-through from other sites by 1,000%. So again, we have our objective, our big thing that we're chasing after or trying to get, and then we have our key results, our concrete, how we measure it, day-to-day actions that are going to help us accomplish our overall objective. So that's really the two parts of objectives and key results. And again, this is really just a systematic organization-wide application of SMART goals. An important thing to note here is that key results should focus on output, not activity. And there's this quote from Andy Grove that just like touches me in such a sad way. He says, there are so many people working so hard and achieving so little. And I mean, this just sums up the first like 30 years of my life, that I so often confused activity for productivity, and I had an urge to work hard to accomplish something, but a lot of the time that meant busy work. That meant just filling my time because I felt like I should fill my time without being aware of what is my overall objective. What am I really trying to do with my work? You can think of this as like, okay, if maybe my objective is I'm going to hack a path through the jungle because I want to get to this tropical resort that's in the middle of the jungle. And so that's my objective, is the tropical resort. How am I going to do that? My key result is going to be to hack my path through the jungle. Now, I can be the best machete wielding jungle hacker guy in the world, and I can just be chopping down miles of path each day. But if I'm not headed in the right direction, in the direction of the resort, then that's activity without productivity. I'm working hard, but I'm not getting us any closer to that goal. And we see this all the time in organizations where people are working, but what they're doing isn't really in alignment with the overall purpose or goal or objective of the organization. So let's talk about some aspects of the OKR system, applying the OKR system systematically throughout the organization. This isn't going to contradict any of the rules for SMART goals. It's just going to build on the rules for SMART goals. So we really talked about SMART goals in kind of a one-on-one context. And now we're talking about how do you take an idea like SMART goals and apply it across the entire organization. And there are just issues that come up when you try to do that you don't really have at the individual level. So let's talk about what are the effective characteristics of an OKR system. The first thing is that we need to focus on a few important OKRs. We also need to collaboratively cascade OKRs throughout the organization. We need to make OKRs transparent. We need to make our OKRs ambitious. We need to periodically assess and revise the OKRs. And then finally, after an OKR cycle, we need to reflect on performance.